All right, I think that we're live. Hey, so sorry for short time of lateness there. I just needed to get everything squared away on my end. Busy, busy day. All right, so I wanted to take some time and talk to you a little bit about how we're, you know, doing our budgets to make them startup friendly. Before we begin, these are unscripted. These are really just so that you as investors can get an idea of how we're operating here at mIQroTech. So one of the cool things that we're doing to get on topic to make our budgets startup friendly, quote unquote, is we're really focusing on this oil and gas project. So why we're focusing on oil and gas, that's an excellent question. Oil and gas, what we've proven is that it's A, profitable, B, we have the expertise in it, and C, our technology is there. And so by laser focusing on this project, we're able to not divert our attention to anything else that's going on. And this makes it so that we're not spending money extraneously. We can spend our money on this one project and really see that project come into fruition before putting our resources elsewhere. Another big thing that any startup should do is they should reduce the cost of their project. And we do that through a variety of ways. First of all, we are going for components that are both high quality, but also worth the price. One of the big mistakes in IoT, if you look at major firms or even lesser firms, is that they spend money needlessly on these extraordinarily expensive sensors when really the sensors should not cost much at all. To put this in perspective, like an accelerometer, so a vibration detector, it's only about anywhere from $4 to $9. So by putting these high quality components into our systems, but also testing them rigorously to make sure that they meet our demands, that it's really important. But also making sure that we're not spending too much per sensor is also important. So one of the big mistakes that a lot of startups do is they go into hosting their own servers right away. And what that means is you need a lot of staff, a lot of your electric bills to go up a surprising amount. But the servers themselves are thousands upon thousands of dollars. So right away, we maximize every dollar that we spend by not having a multi-million-dollar server farm. Rather, we go with the cloud. The cloud both gives us flexibility as we can spool it up as our demands need. So if we pile on 20 new customers tomorrow, then we can spool up our servers remotely. And that's much more efficient than having to immediately order tens of thousands of dollars in new servers right away. And so we're able to reduce our initial expenditures that way. Another way that a lot of startups fall short whenever they start going is they immediately hire tons and tons of people. And it's great having people with expertise areas all around. But instead of doing that, we focus on building a team that really are leaders in what they do. So Justin, he's our database guru. He knows all things analytics, artificial intelligence, data storage, and data acquisition. You're talking about millions upon millions of data points. Being able to save and retrieve that information instantaneously is super important. So he's the expert there. IoT is really my thing. I spend a lot of my time studying components, studying the electrical theory behind it, and also programming the backbone of both the IoT devices, the analytics, and the graphic user interface. On top of that, from the more business perspective, Rich Herbold is just this brilliant guy, another Eagle Scout, who has a background in finance, venture capital, just wonderful guy. And he has a lot of information on taxes as well. So that's very important to us. Dean Love, he's been in the industry for probably longer than I've been alive. Not that he's that old, but just once again, another brilliant guy. So we're bringing together these a whole lot of wonderful teammates to make an incredible team here, and that really excites me. In addition, by bringing in not as many people, the expenditures involved are not nearly as much as if we brought in 20 people with half the experience. So it's very exciting to me. Another critical thing that we're doing that a lot of startups don't use, and this one's pretty simple: use the things around you. We have valuable partnerships. We made a partnership with an attorney law firm down in the Northern Virginia, DC area, and they're doing all of our patents. And so the average utility patent costs over $8,000. Instead, we made a deal with them because we're doing so many patents that each one would cost about $5,000. So we're able to reduce a huge amount of expenditures right there. Then another valuable partnership that we made is Verizon. We are working on finalizing that partnership, going through all the paperwork. We've already been through a lot with them. But they're really giving us an amazing deal on machine-to-machine communications. So that's, once again, high value for us. Another partnership, shout out to Scott at Wesarray here in State College. He's been able to really hook us up with the right people to talk to about funding and getting our feet on the ground and really start sprinting at this project. So great people over there. Another way that we're cutting costs is we already own all the computers that we're using. And in addition, we have a group of servers that we're able to test our products on before we release them. So that's critical in minimizing the cost. We're not sending this to the cloud immediately and running up a huge bill with the cloud. We have a few servers that wouldn't be good for run our full data stream on, but it's valuable to test and develop on. So we're incredibly blessed in that realm. So that gives you kind of an idea of where we stand in making our budgets startup friendly. And so we're really trying to reduce the expenditures yet maximize what we're capable of doing. And I think that's valuable for any startup, but especially when you're talking about a technology startup. It's right in front of you to be able to do it. Technology by default is about reducing these costs, but B, we're able to really maximize what we're doing. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is that we have finalized, or not finalized, but we have met our goals for the ECF funding. We are well over $25,000, so that's incredible. Before we start going about questions here, keep sharing with friends, keep getting more investors involved, because that's how we will really rock this world, is getting people involved, sharing expertise, and the more investors, the better. And to meet this big mission, having a bunch of amazing people on board is just incredible. We're incredibly fortunate. So let me open up questions here. Give me 1 second. So while we're waiting for me to fumble around on the computer, all right, it's here. Oops. All right, I'm not seeing any right now, which is fine. So I guess we're ready to sign off. Remember, if you have any questions, keep shooting them on the discussion board at the Republic page. And once again, keep sharing this with friends. We're really gaining some traction. I'm really moving forward with this. So talk soon. Until next time.